better lane here.
I don't know if they really need to, man. Still gonna be sitting here going, well, we want free space below to get Blink Dagger before we do anything with him. And the same thing kind of goes for S4. So EGM and RK in the meantime just stack up the jungle, and they'll take it in turns of just doing some clearance. And then Admiral Bulldog, we've seen him time and time again in the off lane, just like easily control the off lane.
Yeah.
And we're actually seeing from PR, they're actually running aggro. They're bringing Skywrath, ES, and Razor up north.
One thing we didn't mention is that PR is missing a player. They have Zik as a stand-in. So FNG, their captain and usually support player, great drafter by the way, picked up the Bristleback role. So obviously he's not a support Bristleback. Yeah, it looks like they want to put the Bristleback solo versus Bulldog. Bristleback is actually quite good versus the bear. He can kill it if Bulldog is not paying attention, because obviously the quill spray is physical, so you might be able to take down the bear with good spell usage. And they're gonna go try it in offensive. I don't know. This one can go either way, honestly. Both lanes are really strong. It's just a matter of who initiates first and how, to be honest. I'm looking forward to that lane, and I guess it's a Prophet solo mid, so that's interesting.
I love the fun between Loader and them already. Like he managed to kill off a Treant, so he's already claimed his first blood. Now Loader will be backed off this top route, and what a time to have it done. It's a DD route. Moon.
He doesn't want to take it.
No, he doesn't. Why? Why?
All right,
Statically, he's at least keeping up with Loader. But
I have no idea. He had time to take it because the Fisher was blocking Loda.
I don't think he saw it. I don't think he even saw it underneath the Treant, which was crazy because the Treant was glowing blue. And now RK is going to cover to take the TD route. Wait, just wait.
Okay, that's awkward. I don't know.
I can't draw it on the low ground, so I draw it on the high ground. No, even that doesn't work. It's covered by shrubberies. Question mark. There we go.
And Ak is gonna. He might get a first blood on that Prophet. Prophet needs to be really careful. If he gets, look, he's not using his taking a spell yet. He's gonna take glimpse. Yeah, that's a really nice one from Ak.
He's in range for it too. Look at the drag back with the way he moved out of that one with 5 napalm stacks. PR gonna be really sad about that whole DD route.
The only way he could try to survive was going to the tower, to be honest, because Aki wouldn't dive so far. Like, he's really squishy, but going on the right, that's a dead Prophet 100%. I'm not sure he would have made it though, but it was worth trying, I guess. Yeah, that DD run, pretty sad for PR. I don't know how they didn't see it.
Yeah.
But Loda did. So.
I'm not sure. Loda definitely did. The funny thing is too, like, Loda also decided not to pick it up as he went back. But see, he walked straight back over the top of it, but to do it would have taken like a fraction of a second longer to get away from the Razor.
Yeah, he didn't want to risk it, which is fine. I mean, he's not gonna turn in auto attack them anyway, so
yeah,
was good decision making from him, I guess. The thing is, I'm watching this Bristleback a bit, and I don't think he's gonna win his lane at all. Like right now, he's not doing so well on his lane. He's almost out of mana already. Like, he's harassing the bear, sure, but doesn't, like, Bulldog's micro will never let his bear farm. He's like his best buddy, so no way he's letting him down.
Yeah. And Admiral Bulldog's under no pressure anyway, so resummoning his bear isn't going to be much of a problem for him.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've seen him on a 1 versus 1 lane, which is, I mean, I don't want to say easy for him, but it's Laundry versus Bristleback, so it's not going to be that hard.
Compared to what he used to fight up against, like...
Yeah, usually everybody wants to shut him down.
Yeah. And like, there's no smoke rotations to worry about either. Like, the only thing he's going to worry about is Nature's Prophet TPing in to gank him. But right now, like, Cheshire Cash just having a hard enough time battling up against S4.
Yeah, and anyway, he has tangles, and like they have nothing to you know, slow him or stun him, as Bristleback didn't take goo yet. So yeah, talking about this Nature's Prophet, like, he's really struggling versus S4 right now. I mean, he has okay last hit, but you can see that S4 pressures him quite a lot. I mean, S4 doesn't have that much last hit, but since he got first blood, it's still okay, you know, he's gonna get good timing on his Blink Dagger.
And considering it's Batrider anyway, we don't really have to care that much about last hits so early on. Yeah. Like, his base damage was completely utterly shattered. One thing though, which I kind of want to look at, just as I'm waiting for Moon as well as we just stick to back up a little bit further, is Loader actually coming over? Yeah, he's coming over. He was considering the collapse, but now he just gets static linked up and he instantly has to run away. With concussive shot, they can actually get a nice long duration on that, but there's nothing more. But the stacks wise, like there's currently 2 sets of Alpha Wolves and a set of Centaurs, but no camps being stacked up yet from Alliance, which for me is surprising.
Yeah, it's a bit surprising, although the top lane doesn't require that much. I mean, they just need levels on Loda. Yeah, he wants to go.
Man, if EGM has Shackle, I would have thought maybe it'd be possible, but he went Wind Runner.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good Fisher. That's first blood. Awesome Fisher.
Yeah. Well, it gets to be our second blood, and it's all about creeps as well.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, that's second blood, my bad. Yeah, that was an awesome vision from Shaker, and that's the ward. I'm not even sure the ward get vision of it. Actually, I think there's the creep. But yeah, well, as you said, I think it would be worth it for Alliance to stack, because what they need in that game isn't items. I mean items. They just need good timing on Batrider's dagger and level 6 on Loda. That's what they need, and then it's gonna be really troublesome.
He's diving in so deep right now. He comes through the tree line. That makes Cheshire Cat to run himself around. But he's trying to bring down FNG, and he's got him. The trees are actually body blocking him up long enough that Admiral Bulldog can get the last hit in. Now Cheshire Cat, the bear, it kind of needs an entangle to make sure that Cheshire Cat gets away from Bulldog, who runs on another tree, pulls the bear in. First hit, can't get it, and now he's actually got level 6 as well. So ultimate form survival. Cheshire Cat sticking with it, but Admiral Bulldog's got nothing left. He's got 1,000 gold, he should probably spend some money on, and dodges the attack, and then the entangle into Cheshire Cat. 4 life points he dropped down to. The bear's in range again, it needs another entangle to give him some space. There's your attack. He dodges it again with the ultimate form. No entangle though coming in the last point, but S4 arrives on bottom lane. 2 points for the napalm stack, and unfortunately for him, he's actually out of mana. He can't fly himself away from this one. He's going to take it so he can munch through the tree line, but it's Nasal Goo versus basically, well, sticky napalm. And looks like Nasal Goo will fly again, but it looks like Bristleback with no warpath, he can't catch up to S4. It's a very weird and unusual diving.
What a play by Bulldog, honestly. And top lane, yeah, they're going top lane.
Yeah, it's backed up. They've already done it now. I was thinking like if the fissure was coming up cooldown straight away, it'll be a little bit closer, but it was still up.
I mean, it's a shame that Prophet actually blocked the Bristleback with his Treants. I think they would have got the kill on S4 because he came there, but he had nothing without mana. It was, I don't want to say a misplay, but it was really dangerous for him. Oh yeah.
The all follows him. We just, whoa, we just sick.
What is this? Yeah, he wanted to get...
He's not blocked by the fissure though.
Yeah, he wanted to get one extra, you know, arcane on... Oh, the Prophet ultimate not bouncing on Arcade. He was so lucky. Or did he bounce on him?
No, he didn't. It hit the creep right next to him and bounced up
and
towards EGM.
And he got Bulldog somehow.
Loda now TP bottom lane. He gets the clap on FNG. Unfortunately for Loda, the tower's not taking any damage onto the Bristleback. Yeah, and he's not level 6, so there's no split available. I
mean, everything is going... it should be going well for... Look at the... That's the Bulldog dive. You see the wave for them, and they have trouble because they have nothing to outpush. They need the S4 there. He's going there now.
And he just picked up a regeneration rune as well, so Loda goes for the clap. He needs to Firefly out most of this creep wave, however, before the tower can do anything. It looks like, whoa, S4? Okay, he comes in, they just make sure they deny up the tower. So let it go. FNG's gonna be pushed back here. He's actually 3 napalm stacked up, but there's no mana for the lasso. Now there is. He actually has 2 stick charges for available too, and there's your lasso. Loda's got another clone available. He's waiting to get in front of FNG. So they bring down the Bristleback. Should also point out too the fact that EGM was able to survive up on the top lane. This was probably like 30 seconds ago, but he was on like maybe 10 life points running away from PR, but still managed to survive.
That's a good kill. The Bristleback is really shut down. That game you can see that he has 15 last hit to his name, which is very little, and he's 0-2 now. Although he got a tower, but that was denied. So yeah. The game should be going well for Alliance. I mean, they're giving kills on the top lane, which they shouldn't, in my opinion. They can just play safe with the heroes they have. They have glimpse if they dive really far. There's gonna be a move on the top lane, but they have a ward watching that, so they will take it only if they think they can win it. Bristleback's diving really far out.
He glimpses out. You can't TP directly into that, but he's there long enough to make sure that Arcade goes down. But there's ulti bouncing through, and yeah, Admiral Bulldog, he doesn't want to summon up his bear at the moment. He's just going to basically accept his own fate. The Fissure, the Seal, and 4 heroes moving in from PowerRangers. Really take another 2 kills, and they'll take a tier 1 tower on this top lane. No denial really possible. EGM's hovering around, but he can't deny this.
That's the very aggressive nature of that team. Loda wants to defend it. He has level 6.
Yep, they TP him, but Loda looks quiet. Like, in the silence, Arcade's here. Loda goes down. They're going to get a kill as well over on this Disruptor. The Nasal Goo will slow him down long enough. There's no stick charges for anything else, but with Quill Spray and 1 attack from Razor from range, they get the kill.
Yeah, that's some really sloppy play from Alliance, I have to say. The thing is that, yeah, Loda should have instant split if he wanted to, like, especially because the Skyras is maxing silence, which is fine. I mean, now he has 5-second silence. It's really huge. And Alliance have nothing to protect Loda when he's being silenced. It's not gonna be... I mean, they will have the Saic Storm, for example, later on in the game, but Aki is not level 6, so they have no defensive spells whatsoever. It's not... Whereas PR, they have Shaker, you know, some counter initiation, which Alliance doesn't have right now. Yeah, they gave away 2 kills in the tower. They still have the better team fight, in my opinion, if they do it right. I mean, the Alliance's lineup is really, how to say, built to play around the Lone Druid, at least the way they use him. They can 4 versus 5 without any problem, because it's gonna be Bad Strider catching one guy, they burst him down, and then they split on Panda. And they can, you know, maybe even win some fights if they have good positioning, or when Bulldog, like during the time Bulldog's farming. So that's gonna be Alliance game plan.
FG, come on, Invis rune. He's looking at him. The Yoshik is too far away.
The thing is that they're, you know, they're sitting on the ward, so Alliance has the upper hand for that one, and they even have a sentry.
Yeah. But at the same time, Bristleback is backed up.
Yeah, Razor is in trouble.
They're looking at Razor on the top lane. With 3 levels up in Glimpse, they can easily just drag him back at the moment. And they're going to need to. Yeah, pull him back into the wall, and that means we're just a little bit too far up right now. And while Brewmaster, even committing the split, RK is so low in life, 33 life points. He did cop the Prophet ultimate, but luckily Fib was one of the earlier bounces while in mid lane. S4 being initiated on here. He's going to lasso on a Cheshire Cat, but he needs more help. EGN blending up the power shots, and the tower, whilst not attacking on a Cheshire Cat, it actually goes over to FNG. J4 got dice in the meantime, but the play by FNG is allowed to get another kill here in the mid lane up against the Bat Rider, who's the highest net worth for Alliance.
Yep, really good play by FNG. He good power thread switch as well to end, so he had enough mana, and then the sticks so he could chase, else S4 wouldn't die. On the top lane, good decision making by Loda to use the split, else they probably wouldn't even kill the Razor. With the Fisher from Shaker, who would have prevented Loda from splitting if he decided to do, you know, if he hesitated 1 second extra, then it would be a kill wasted. So yeah, good play from Alliance though. S4 did die. It's delaying his dagger, which is a problem. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. What happens on the mid lane now? They're just gonna take down towers when the split is on cooldown. So the clock is ticking for Alliance, to be honest. They need Bulldog to have items right now, and he's really shut down that game. He has only 40 CS to his name, which he usually has way more. At least I think so. He has 3 deaths. That's the main problem, to be honest.
And because of that, man, like, he kind of had to skip the Radiance build. Like, Radiance in this game would have been really nice for him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He just can't afford it now, because the pressure being applied by PR too early. Just talk about when the Brewmaster holding his count. This takes a very long time when it's still, and even when it's up and I think they can, like S4 getting caught out now here in the middle lane. 10 for 6 already. Yeah. And they will take out this mid town with a Batlight on the sidelines, but the Blink Dagger is taking way too long to come up. They need fighting items now, and that bear needs to be able to survive. But getting Nasal Good up and Cool straight out, they're going to lose this bear as well. The Fisher connects an Admiral Bulldog. He does have a resummon, but they lose a tier 2 tower. The bear's back on the cooldown again. And the rotation's coming to the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. With a Bristleback who's almost finished up a Vanguard.
This team is so aggressive. It's really awesome to see them play. They play so aggressive. Look at them. They're pressuring Alliance a hell lot. And they force them to do really stupid mistakes, like when S4, you know, just stays behind the tower in range for a slow from Skyras and a Fisher. That's a very basic mistake, and obviously he's gonna die, and he's just giving a kill that he doesn't need to give, you know. But that's just because of the pressure.
He's flying around, but they've already cleaned the tree line off there, so it's not really gonna be anywhere near effective. And now Fisher, blow just caught out by this one. RK throws out the ultimate, but he couldn't trap anyone inside the wall. Now Master will go on Nature's Prophet, but he's also got mech for this engagement. So all the damage which has been dealt is going to be turned around. S4, Firefly wears off, and he's caught in the tree line. They even seal him up a very good measure. Field into the corner. S4 has got a small little path to freedom, but the Fisher instantly blocks that one down. And now into the tier 2 tower. PowerRangers don't lose a single hero. There's very little that Alliance can do to stop this kind of snowballing.
Alliance is getting stumped. There's no other word for that. I'm sorry, but like it's 12 minutes in and it's 7.5k gold advantage already, which is huge at that stage. So right now it's just PowerRangers stomping Alliance, and with their lineup they can even get rushed, and they might be looking to end the game now. One thing that has to be mentioned is the importance of that Skyras pick for them, and they second picked it. First pick, I mean, it was their first pick phase. The Ancient Seal shield, you know, it reduces the magical resistance for 45%, which is used when you face Razor with max plasma field, when you face Earthshaker, when you face Nature's Prophet. So it's huge magic damage. Dota doesn't tank anything. He has 1k HP, but 2 spells at this moment bursting down. So it's pretty hard for him to position, and as you can see, he's really far away from Link Dagger. He has 24 CS, and he died 3 times, so now he has 29. That I said he just clapped, but yeah, it's gonna be a really hard game for Alliance. Their top farm is Bulldog, but Lone Druid doesn't achieve anything with that level of farm. He snowballs after, but you know, the midfielder hammer is not gonna change anything.
No, it's just a Maelstrom. Like, if there was control, if they even had Basher and Maelstrom together, maybe you'd be a little bit more fearful of the damage coming out from the Bear. But the Bear gets destroyed as well, because it tries to stay on the front lines the entire time and keeps getting Quill stacked into it. And that was like one of the other things I was talking about with Veloda. It's happened time and time again. When you pick up a Brewmaster, and then you have like a Bristleback go against you, and you split. And I've seen it in the later portions of the game where it's actually better to stay in your initial form as opposed to split, because you lose your splits almost like in the space of 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's how long it takes. But the Quills just rack up, and they just lose the life points just so quickly. Now look at FFG. He's got himself a Vanguard, he moves to the front lines, he's taking up the tower. He just doesn't care at the moment. Hilarious thing is too, Razor still doesn't level up his ultimate. Like, he's about to crack level 9, hasn't even got it yet.
He's probably waiting for his Aghanim's to level up that. What's really, you know, weird from Alliance is that they just stay 5 behind. I mean, now Bulldog moved, but they are 5 behind the towers. It's like they, like, sure, PR has a great team fight, but their pushing power is decent. They will take down the tower. I'm not denying that, but it's not like they take it down in a second, or you know, in 2 or 3 seconds. So Alliance could be, you know, at least have Batrider try to farm his dagger somewhere else in the enemy's jungle or something.
He's trying to force a solo kill right now. He has hit this Nature's Prophet 6 times with the Bear and couldn't get a single entangle. 7 times with the Bear.
S4's coming
8 times with the Bear, and now he's actually going to get stomped out. Yep, turns around, that's 9, 10 attacks. Still hasn't got himself an entangle. 11 attacks now, he's got one. He got it on the 11th, and that's going to be J4, but he's stomping it down. He's still got Echo Slam if he really wants to use it. And with the stomp, he's actually locked him in the corner. They're going to actually focus in bringing down the Bear, but the Bear's got phase boost, so it moves out. They can keep the attack going and it'll be okay. The J4 is hiding in the tree lines, there's more support coming in. And we just think he's soloing the Batrider with the support coming in from the Fissure from Earthshaker, as well as the 4-staff of Nature's Prophet. They catch him out, and Admiral Bulldog is going to try and keep himself away to safety, but the Bear actually dies, which in turn kills him off.
Yep, it's a really tough game for Alliance right now. Over 10k gold, the XP is flying as well. Yeah, everything is going wrong for Alliance, and as I like, without this dagger on S4 on Loda, there's no way they can take a fight. Right now they're getting really close to it. They have 1500 gold, sorry, on both of them, but that's not enough, and the timing is very unfortunate as PR decides to go for the base now. So yeah, it's all gonna be about this defense. I mean, even if PR is way ahead, and they can win the next one, but they could end the game on that move. Let's see how Alliance decides to take that fight. It's gonna be really hard.
Well, so far Alliance haven't taken anything. They're just armies of trees being created to help bring down this tower. EGM with level 4 power stroke can take away a lot of life points, and the Thunderstrike as well. Flame Break, they're just trying to mop up the creep wave from range, but Bristleback, he doesn't care, that's the root defiance towards the Vanguard. There's a nice shackle though over towards the Razor, but the Tentacle is still there. He's pulling out the damage from the Admiral Bulldog there. They've brought down the tower, and while the Dago people, they're not let this thing go just yet, but S4 with the Platinum kill, there's too much damage to really repel it. And now Moon, well, one entangle, he's basically gone. They 4-star him down by Tertiary Cat, giving more space to this race to also regenerate. Loda, Fissure holds him in position while FNG's right up in his face. And that's going to be bottom ranks. They're flying back to the Brewmaster. Maybe there won't be bottom ranks. The Aegis one will trigger. The Shackle will not be able to last this time around. The trees are still working out in the melee ranks. And FNG, okay, the Goods is going to pull the Rune back into the fight, but they've already got the kill on the Disruptor now. Moon's going to get entangled, but FNG keeps the Quill Spray going, and Brewmaster splits Skull, but Moon, again, pulling out this damage to the Lone Druid Bear, forcing it back up the front line. They get rid of the Fire Ruling, and the Fissure's flying off. It actually caught out, well, S4, so he couldn't drag back FNG. More 4-stars from Cheshire Cat, and Razor, well, he's sent up in towards the air by the Storm Ruling, but back into the fight again. There's a lot of napalm charging over here on the Bristleback. He's got to get rid of the net. Hello, Blink Dagger there from J4. Instantly gets a jump on the Lone Druid. He's back to base. 30 seconds on the sidelines as well as on cooldown for his Bear. So the bottom ranks will go, and I'm wondering if Alliance are going to even try and take this. No, they're not.
Yep.
They say, this is enough. PR's got too much momentum, they just cannot win this game.
Yeah, very nice execution by PR. They didn't panic, they played their game, they went for the right items, the force effect on profit, great usage. The right strategy, they didn't let Alliance breathe once. I mean, they didn't, you know, go back to farm when they had to push or push when they had to farm. They did everything right and they crushed Alliance. There's no other word. That's 18-minute game. And it wasn't even close for you just want to get kills and XP early on. Or you have other reason, which is more macro. That means that if PR understands that Juggernaut is the only damage dealer from Alliance, that their only way in the mid game, like at minute 15, to doing what they did last game, which is pushing down towers and forcing fights, is to have this Juggernaut really farm so he can solo-handedly take down Bristleback or, you know, kill a Weaver on one stun. Then they might want to trial and just to try to slow down his farm, not letting him get Midas and stuff like this, so they can take the fights after. So that would be, I think, an appropriate reason for PR to challenge. But it looks like that Kairos is just running around in his own woods, so I'm not sure how they want to lane this. It looks like it's a bottom solo mid, so that's unexpected, to say the least. I have no idea how they want. I think they're gonna do ground double lanes and probably play the Enchantress Bristleback top. Sorry, the Maiden Bristleback versus the Enchantress. It's decent defensive, I'd say. You can frostbite the creep, you know, slow down the aggression, and Alliance doesn't have much to take down the Bristleback. It's actually smart. I really like the laning from. I like the decision making strategy-wise from PowerRangers. They've shown great, great strategy. Great strategy so far.
Yeah.
It's gonna be troublesome for Alliance once again.
I know, like, Cap might be a little bit sad tonight. Like, he's casting MSI Beat it this evening, but he's a huge PR fan, and he's been preaching to me for a very, very long time that, like, these guys, they just bring something exciting to the table. They bring, like, something exciting, coordinated, and just purely entertaining.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what they've done here. Like, you're actually looking now at the Invis Room, they got taken away. Admiral Bulldog won't come down. He actually scoured the fact out that the Invis Room was taken, because he had his trees right on top of the position at the same time. So he's having no desire to come anywhere near these lanes. In fact, he's actually trying to just pull up. He's managed to block, but what have we actually got? The Arcane Orb just to get rid of this tree so the creep wave comes back down again. He can't finish it in time. Admiral Bulldog's actually managed to pull his the creep aggro up and will hold it with himself.
Well played from Bulldog, and he's still blocking the camp, so he's gonna do what he does on the offlane, which is really, really great. It's gonna shut down their XP quite a lot, but they can still kill him easily with the silence, the slow into the silence. But he's gonna need level 3 then on Skyros, as he got Arcane first level, which is fine to kill the treants, as you mentioned. So we have the Brewmaster versus Bottom on the mid lane, which should favor heavily the Brewmaster in my opinion. I don't think Bottom can win that lane. I think he's gonna get cursed. And you can see that Aki already smoked into the opponent's jungle, and he's gonna be looking to crush that Skyras, which is playing really aggressive on Bulldog. You see, 3 creeps. What can Maiden do versus this? Like, she can't do anything. She's just food against this.
At least can only be 2 now, and if she frostbites up the Troll Trapper, then that might be enough.
Oh,
but now we can sick. But there's no one close enough to it. Like, Admiral Bulldog's just a little bit too far. We Troll Traps and they want Moon.
Cool down.
Tether Blast, he's got Shikuchi, 2 seconds. The Orbs are flying in, munches on a tree, and then Shikuchi's up. Down, secondary Sentry Ward, they can see him. The attack damage is enough from the Troll. So RK will get the kill. Nature's Prophet is also just able to reach him, but without that second Sentry Ward, they would never have seen him in time.
Yep, ends up being even worse for Weaver as she used her herself as well. So yeah, very unfortunate, I mean, for PR, but great rotation from Ake and great decision making. Bulldog told him that the Tsukushi was on cooldown. It was only level 1 when the kill happened, so it's 12 seconds cooldown, so it's kind of huge. Ake then decided to ignore the Skyras and go for the Weaver. Great decision making. It's a really good kill to have, and now PR is aware that there's an Enchantress staying in their jungle, so they're under pressure. You can see that the Skyras might not play as aggressive as he was playing against Bulldog, and now Bulldog is getting a lot of space. He's level 4, he's even harassing out the Weaver, so great movement from Ake, and now he might even backstab FNG on this mid lane. With a good clap from S4, they can really burst him down.
They'd have to catch him out behind it or wait for the lead to be on cooldown, however.
Yep, like, but look, the lane is actually nice, as is, yeah, okay, he doesn't want to go now.
They probably also think they're going to keep a little bit more pressure on Moon, because the Weaver is still going to be their major problem coming into the later portion of the game.
That's true.
Not to mention like Skywrath Mage, you didn't bring him down. Sure, he hasn't got a lot of CS, but he's finding the levels. So Skywrath caused a lot of problems for them during their last game. That's going to be in the back of their mind. And also up on top lane, like you got Cheshire Cap who's taking care of the pools at the moment with the Crystal Maiden up here. This lane hasn't really been contested. Brewmaster is 11 for 2 up here. Loader, he's currently running around with a Juggernaut of 15 for 2, but this is meant to be the safe lane for Alliance.
I don't necessarily agree with Ake's decision to stay in the live jungle because actually he got killed. I mean, I still question it because obviously the arrow.
Yeah, it's gonna hit Bulldog. That's a long time, and then see the box of him. Arcade's trying to heal him up, but he's not taking all the damage himself. Starfall's off cooldown, 2 points in it. The extra style, Admiral Bulldog walks to the side. The box would kill him off anyway, but Arcade, he's in a lot of trouble. No untouchable to protect him. We just 6-3 throwing out one concussive shot. And Arcade's actually really fast underfoot.
I think Weaver could have gone maybe because of the boots they decided not to chase that, which was fine. Nice arrow from FNG. Now, what I wanted to say is that sure they're putting pressure bottom, but then it's exactly what we said in the early game. Like their problem will be how to take down this Bristleback. What physical damage is going to take him down, and that's the Juggernaut, right? And since Ake is letting this lane 2 versus 2, he's basically giving more farm to Bristleback and less farm to Loda. So, I mean, he's doing great work bottom, but I'm just a bit afraid of their physical damage in the mid game. So let's see if it's the right decision. It was obviously a tough call, but I'd like to see how they play against this because they must be afraid of that hero. He basically was the reason they got stomped the first game. So yeah, let's see this because Moon is not doing that bad. He still has 30 CS to his name, minute 5, which is a great farm actually. And it looks like he's going for Midas, so he won't really. Yeah, he won't really care about
Arcade's
those
heading north
kills.
now. There's also this Centaur which is being controlled by Arcade, waiting to team up here with EGM.
Yeah.
But he got spotted out by the Crystal Maiden. And obviously Frostbite is going to make this very, very difficult to gank anyway.
Yeah, and the thing is that I'm afraid it's a bit late. Maybe with the level 6 on Loda it's fine, but Bristleback is already quite tanky now. He has 800 HP and level 2 Bristleback, so it's kind of hard to burst him down, to be honest.
One thing that we haven't really discussed though, like, is the mid lane. Like, we haven't talked at all about S4. Like, he is dominating this mid lane. We've seen a lot of time, like, FNG spent most of his time walking around. They went down to bottom lane and just saw him coming back out of the secret shop.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Getting destroyed on the mid lane. This is a stomp. He has more denies than FNG has last hits. So, but honestly, I don't see bottom doing anything versus this Brewmaster anyway. She has no damage to harass him. Maybe you have to play very, very, very aggressive first levels and try to dominate him. But with the passive and everything, he just destroys bottom. Now bottom can just bottle crow, but she didn't even opt for a bottle. So she could bottle crow and Starfall to get her farm as well. But yeah, as far as running bottom, this is gonna be a tough one for. Actually, we were not going for Midas at the end of the day, going for power trees and probably what will be a Lincoln's or a Vanguard. I don't know, probably a Lincoln's. As for heading mid again, yeah, he might want to kill that maiden that he just saw.
Easy. Oh, then again, if they can bait out S4 to come closer towards FNG, then
and they're trying to whistle back. Yeah, he's gonna die.
There's TP's on the way in though, and Loader. He's taking still a lot of damage here, and now Starfall from FNG. EGM is one hit away, and they've actually got Cheshire Cat alive in the tree line. Admiral Bulldog TP's in, and okay, well, the kill will happen, but in comes We Just Sick as well. Seal up Admiral Bulldog. He's almost got enough damage into FNG. She reached him. Admiral Bulldog will pick up a double kill here, but it does come at a price. It does for both Juggernaut and Bulldog to pick up the Bristleback and Marana.
Yeah, but also play from Bulldog. If he didn't TP into that one, that would be a 1 probably or 2 for null in favor of PR and probably a disaster for Alliance. So that's what we talked about. This Bristleback is already quite tanky and it's really hard for them to bring him down. They didn't use Dota as ultimate, so I guess it's the reason why he survived that round. I'm not sure if Dota was 6, I guess he wasn't. Bristleback should be careful. Oh, Loda almost went for the ultimate on that one. He didn't know if he had enough damage. Right, they're gonna get the mid tower. That's a really good play from Lance. Great rotation by Loda, allowing S4 to take down the tower, and now he's close to Dagger. This game is looking very different. Lance is looking great in that game.
I think they actually might be thinking about coming into middle lane. Like, S4 was low, but with a salve as well as that healing ward from Loda, they're gonna loop themselves around the back of FNG. He took a Moonlight Shadow as well as Leap. So the potential to actually win on this gank
Dire's
is low,
top tower
but when they
is
find
under
someone like a
attack.
Crystal Maiden, that's a lot easier. A Nova, a Frostbite, and she's already dead. The Moonlight Shadow was used, but we just sick. Who's he focusing on? The arrow actually connects on Loader. 3 second stun, in comes Cheshire Cat, Starfall, already takes away his life points.
He's gonna force the splits. He should. He should force. Okay, nice
They
one.
need something
Yeah,
more.
it's
There's
not
silence. They got him.
Dire's middle
No
tower
split,
is
he
under
dies on the
attack.
hill. Skywrath Mage kept up with the chase.
Yeah, I don't know. The call was kind of hard for S4. You know, Brewmaster, they don't want to waste their ultimates because they, although the cooldown got reduced with the not the latest patch, but the one
Dire's
before,
middle
or maybe the
tower
one
is
before. I
under
don't know.
attack.
Anyway, it's kind of hard to just blow your ultimate because you understand that you might not be able to take the next fight. So the decision making was quite hard. I guess he should have ulted. He saw he could survive that one. I like the movement from FNG. He got crushed, but he's still trying to. You know, he's been in the 5 kills.
Sentry ward.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay. The Hook Stomp, set a blast, he just wants to run himself away from the Weaver. Weaver's going to commit the bugs to this one as well, and they kind of needed the negative armor to do so. But they won't have enough damage actually. RK runs away, there's another concussive shot coming in.
Close one.
But they got the bug off the back of him. And now, whoa, Sky, wait, what?
That was a nice try. I think he would have got Ake if the ulti hit, but Ake got a really good,
Cheshire
really
Cat's in
quick
trouble on
reaction.
top. Lowe's about to throw the ulti out there. However, there's still the radiant creep wave here, and Cheshire Cat's trying to juke it around the tree lines with 5
Good
quills to
decision.
the back of Juggernaut. He had to back up.
Honestly, the individual plays in that game are very interesting. All the players are playing very, very aggressively. Yeah, this Bristleback would be troublesome for Alliance. I'm pretty sure they're really struggling to take him down. But now they're gonna try again with Bulldog porting in. Yeah, that might be a kill.
Yeah.
That's a kill for
Full
sure.
sprays or not, like. Oh, but Cheshire
He has 5
Cat,
stick though.
he runs
Yeah.
up. You're right, he's up to 6, but he can't get himself a kill from this one. And
Yeah.
Rubik was actually stealing quills and returning it into him.
Funny stuff. EGM has really good levels. He's level 7. He got Arcane. He's having a great game. And it wasn't necessarily an easy game as he was facing a 2 versus 2. He wasn't free to pull. So, yeah, good play from EGM so far. S4 almost has his blink. You can see that Aki is trying to help him to get there. So, yeah. Also want to mention why Ake is not going for the untouchable, because there's just too much burst damage on PR's side. Sorry, so there's no, like, the heal is way better. As you see, it saved him already twice or 3 times, I think so.
We're going to have our first 5v5 engagement.
Yep.
S4, those got to pick up that blink dagger before this thing actually starts. But he's being trapped out of his secret shop. Or his side shop. Admiral off, frostbitten up, and they're coming over. There's already silence over on Loader. They couldn't actually finish him off in time. The Loader will bounce through, but Loader, yep, he will go down. Meanwhile, back into the Brewmaster split. We've got S4 searching for one, but the Moonlight Shadow is giving a lot of protection. And EGM, right, being focused down by the Weaver. The Brewmaster sends him up, and then she ends up helping the Weaver, buying him time while Cheshire Cat, Stick Touch has already been used. S4 back into his normal self. The clap will go, but Cheshire Cat, it's a triple kill from him. Admiral Bulldog's coming in for the last connecting hit, but J4's going to make this impossible, and Moon also. The damage from behind, it forced the TP out from Brewmaster, and now Moon is going to dive under Bulldog. He's got 1 second until he can
so
TP.
aggressive.
The Nova had to saw him in, but the bug connected. Admiral Bulldog, he can't TP out in time, or can he? He's back and he's safe.
Dire's top
Great
tower
play from
is
Wait,
under
they're
Bulldog.
TPing out to defend this still?
They
EGM
need
comes
to be
back to the
careful
top
with
lane.
that though. Yeah, they need to be careful because now they have no split, and when Bristleback comes back, they're gonna be looking to try to really dive. The thing is that Bristleback also has mech actually, so now this is troublesome for Alliance.
If they also get this Skywrath Mage ulti off on EGM, okay, Moon doesn't even care about that. There's just double orbs and concussive shot. At the same time, Skywrath Mage goes down. S4 came in through the rear, used that Blink Dagger and got rid of the Skywrath.
Yeah, he got solo XP on that, which is important for him. He was a
Profit.
bit behind in experience.
I don't see you really winning this fight, however, Profit. Like, even with a jump in, like S4 is diving under the tower. But they'll force the Weaver back at least.
That was a good try. Now PR will just gather and fight. The problem is that Loda couldn't use his ultimate last fight. It's a really tough game for him versus Bristleback.
Oh, good clap! On the Crystal Mage as well as Bristleback. The Prophet always flying through, but Loda, yeah, he keeps taking up the tower. He never shook the aggro. So Crystal Maiden goes down for the price of a Juggernaut, and FNG still got arrow available. So he throws this one out now. S4's waiting for the time to come in. Whoa! That was up target there, FNG. He needed that arrow stun to stop the TP back of RK. And
that's the Navi Counter-Strike player.
yeah, that's the guy that hits headshots all the time.
Radiant's
Mark
bottom
Law.
tower is is under attack.
I like this FNG guy. He's a really funny guy.
He actually plays for now for a different team. He was part of a Thunder Dragons for a while, then changed to something else now. End up leaving Navi.
Yeah, that's true. It's been a while actually.
Not that I keep tabs on the Counter-Strike scene. All right.
I'm not really up to date when it comes to Counter-Strike, but great backup TPs from PR. Loda died once again. He's getting really shut down, and again, I don't want to say we called it, but it's the Bristleback. He's having a great game. He's level 11. I want to check the network, but he's the first network in the game. And Loda's completely out, so Alliance has no physical damage to their name right now. It's gonna be troublesome, I think.
They're bringing a lot of people in though. Even if they don't have physical damage, they're still trying to win on these small little battles until Loda can reach that physical DPS. And they're coming to middle lane, looking for both FNG as well as J4. Now, they've crossed the river here, so they're a long way away. They throw down sentries, so there's no way any invis hero can surprise them. But when you got S4, they can do that, and Lee's getting stolen. Telekinesis pick up, they get the kill on the Mirana. Of course, the man at least can counter Lucky Stars, but now throws out an Observer Ward, sees just Prophet coming in and instantly bails. That's
a really good ward to have against Prophet because he's always farming that spot. I don't think it's such a big deal. Sure, they lose the bottom, but honestly, that bottom is, I don't want to say out of the game, but she has. Her job is to put the Starfall, the Moonlight Shadow, and the Iron right now. He doesn't have much on the hero.
This bottom lane, man.
Yeah, that's really risky from BR. That's very cocky from them to position themselves like this. It looks like they'll.
We just is going to stick around. I don't know if he's trying to save Move, but Move got stuck inside this one. Now, Skywrath goes down very, very quickly, and Weaver just runs out north. Now, Arrow Bulldog, he's actually managed to get rid of the bug on himself.
It's actually lucky for Weaver that Skywrath show. I don't know if they could have killed the Weaver though. They have left on the GM, I guess the Weaver would have died. PR should defend the bottom tower in my opinion. If they don't have lift, they probably shouldn't. They're gonna be late for this. That's the really tough one. It's the hardest tower to defend.
Courier as well. Careful the Courier. He gets it back up on the tree line. Sprout's going to reveal it, so the Courier will die. And Bristleback though, he's going to make him pay for this. Skywrath comes in. Admiral Bulldog goes down. Probably gets stolen by EGM. He actually managed to steal the Skywrath Mage ultimate, which he now is going to return. But Cheshire Cat, he keeps with the quill sprays, and he's already got 2 kills. He's got 5 sprays into the middle of Arcane. He's going to get this mech also. Finally it goes there. Triple kill for him. The Bruleys are dying off very, very quickly. J4's ultimate. The Earth Bruleys will go and S4 into the clap, and there he actually waited out to get in front of him to go for the clap. And Moon's right in the back of Brewmaster.
Dagger in 3. And Moon is not chasing this. Yeah, they don't want to chase that. Yep, I don't know. Loda, I don't know. He didn't die this time, but he's really poor, and this Bristleback is causing trouble to Alliance. That's for sure. He got a triple kill. He's just gonna get bigger and bigger. And the thing about PR is that if they can, capitalize on those fights, then Alliance is in trouble. But if they get nothing out of this, sure they lost. I think Alliance lost the fight at the end of the day, but PR is not getting anything in return. Sure that Weaver's farming, but I don't think it's enough. So. It doesn't look that bad for Alliance, to be honest. They can have some damage thanks to S4's Aghanims. He's having a great game so far. If he gets a Aghanim at decent timing, and it looks like he will, because it's only 16 minutes into the game and he already has 2k5, then they do have damage to burst down the Bristleback. What I want to say is that steal from EGM actually won them the fight, or made it even, because he alone took down half of the HP of Bristleback. And even with that, they almost didn't kill him. So, if it wasn't for that Mystic Flare steal, then the fight would be a disaster for Alliance.
Yep. Yeah, should look at Cheshire Cat right now, man. Underneath the tower, taking damage. 12 HP a second, still regenerating for him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And the mana keeps kicking in as well because he's got the Crystal Maiden Aura. That's just bumping him up. So the Quill Spray's easy. Arcade, okay, Impetus damage, but Bristleback just turns his back, so he's okay. Then Quills again will be stolen, but the arrow's coming up. Alliance able to evade it. The tier 1 tower will remain alive for now. But they're really not giving this one up. Now Loda comes in, the bug's out from Moon, and he just tries to do some physical DPS to Loda force him back. As the Moonlight Shadow will trigger off here from PowerRangers. They scout with the arrow.
Yeah, if he hit 1 arrows, they might be able to win the fight, but right now he's not being very successful with those arrows. It's a bit of a shame for PR.
They're actually losing out too, because she looks towards top lane. Like Admiral Bulldog's farming into Necrobook high level too, and that's going to cause problems for Bristleback. I talk about like Crystal Mate giving the aura, but And that's still going to be Necro running off, but now they jump on Cheshire Cat. Spin in front, Brewmaster split. They want this guy dead. Wand and Make already been used, and Skywrath can't get there in time to help back. In fact, already they think they can chase it down. Just taking up the creep wave for now. Mirana's already very low on top lane.
He's dead.
And they found Skywrath.
Yep.
Send him up, bring him down. He's got to throw the ulti out before he dies. And that's
And they get a Q1. It's yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of a mistake, miscommunication from PR, it happens. Bristleback just stayed in the range of the tower when Bottom TP'd out and the others just went back, and they had that ward in PR's jungle. That ward is hurting PR so hard, the one in their jungle, because Alliance saw that the 3 heroes were running back, then they instant went on the Bristleback, which was half HP. It was really cocky from him to stay there. He needs to be a bit more careful, I think. The thing now is that Moon, he now has a great farm. He's been farming and, you know, getting some kills and assists the whole game long. Now he almost has Lincolns. He's, what, like 600 away, something around this, yeah, 500 away. So, yeah, the Weaver is gonna start being a problem for Alliance. And as you mentioned earlier, they have 0 lockdown for that Weaver. They can always, you know, cycle him because they have a lot of single target to disable the Lincoln, but yeah, I guess they can just try to carry the Weaver. I would go VKB on Weaver that game, rather than this one.
Loda just walks up to a point blank range here, and now he realizes even physical DPS will take away 1/3 of his life points. Probably will go to Centaur started on the stomp, but RK cancels it, realizing the hero's already gone, and Cheshire Cat now will come in. They really want to finish off these outer tier 1 towers, and they got it too. The Centaur was looking for the denial. And looks like it's going to get farmed up as well, so easy money. Attempted denial by RK, but not going to happen. But probably keeps the split push going.
Okay, one thing very interesting is that S4 is not going Iron items. That's very surprising. They have the Primal Split in 5 seconds, so they're going to be looking to go really soon. You can see S4 is in position already, Bulldog's ready to TP in... they actually need 10 seconds on Bulldog's TP, but the tower is not going to wait for that.
No, Master just goes for the split, and already sends the Brooks back up in the air, but Loda! Skywrath Mage ultimate just evaporates him. They do still lose FNG, and Shikuchi beats on him by EGM. They got Moon caught in the tree line, but he's going to time like that. He didn't get the time. He never was able to time lapse. Admiral Bulldog didn't steal it. Sweetest and continues to spam abilities from this high ground. J4's also in trouble. Frostbite Nova. Try and bring down EGM, but Shikuchi will save him. That mech touch by Cheshire Cat gives a little bit more time to fight on here. And you're right, S4, he's sealed up, losing half his life points. The Cool Spray just keeps on going. Plus, the Nasal Crude up 4 different times. However, Cheshire Cat's losing his teammates. Like, EGM's fighting from the high ground. S4 comes back in for another blink stomp, but he's still got 4 curls in the back of him. And they're thinking about Cheshire Cat, and Chance even slowing him down here.
The whole time he can CP out, I don't know what he's doing.
Drunken Haze. They just keep going.
This might be bad because
Arrow flies in, it hits an S4. 4 stacks, Loda's going for the spin. He's doing ultimate fireball. FNG looking for the starfall. Arrow actually stolen now by the Rubik as well. Arcade able to TP himself out in time. Leap up, giving that movement speed now, but there's the arrow coming into Brooks Bay. Hit him in the face as well. Shiva's Scarf from S4 giving a little bit more space too, but then Cheshire Cat neck already off cooldown. He gets through the healing ward. Provolone continues to bounce through as well. There's so much survivability, and this fight just won't stop. Yeah, Rubik is toast. The arrow comes down, making S4 have to just juke it around, slowing his movement down too. He also got connected on the bug. But he's going to find an illusion rune and then blinks away up into safety.
Yeah, it's been a really long fight. Great EGM played really well. The Bristol could TP out the whole time as Rubik used his lift very early in the fight. I don't know why he stayed. It was a bit, I don't know, a bit questionable decision making, but great fight. At the end, I'm not sure who it favors. One thing I want to mention though is that Alliance's way to play versus PR's strategy is different. They adapted. You can see that Bulldog is joining the fights only when the split is ready and when they are willing to take the fight. And now he has Necro 3. He wasn't doing that with obviously he had Laundering, but it would have been S4 to do that last game, and he didn't, so he never got to his Blink Dagger on Batrider. So better decision making from Alliance. I feel it's like they woke up because of the first game, and now they're getting a faster round. Or can they get it? If PR can contest that, it's huge. They have the private split to Alliance.
Moves the middle, look at he gets through the healing wall to start with, and then they jump out. Brewmaster's gonna split off, and Crystalmane's dead. She tried to turn around, the pick up and throw down. Wait, what? Okay, now they do finally bring it down.
This is
And
gonna be
back set up in towards the air. PR, they're getting hit by absolutely everything. S4's Brewmaster Ultimate has just caused so much havoc. Now they can move over to Cheshire Cat just to pop up so they can see him as well. And he just turns into Arcade. So maybe now it's time for PR to turn. The arrow, however, will not be able to connect, but Moon rejoins the engagement, and he's focusing over on this Enchantress. It's going to take a while to bring him down, however, but they've got to keep these move sprays coming out. And Arcade does take a fall. They move over to Loader as well. Really slowed up. He's got ulti in 5 seconds time. He may need to use it just to survive through this, but it's physical DPS. S4 comes back in again. Luckily for Loader, he had the Aeon model, so he can come back out and get a full ultimate, a solo onto Cheshire Cat here. If he wants to throw it out, he sees Moon as well, so he's got 2 different targets to choose from, and there goes the ultimate. Cheshire Cat tanks it, however, pops up the main charge, but in comes out from Bulldog. With also these Necro units, Skyrath, however, will bring down EGM. That ult will kill him down no matter how far he runs away from this one. While Moon, so low in life, Shikuchi up the hill. They can see him because of the Necro units, but they can't keep up with him into the tree line. Looking to TP out. The Nova tries to throw him up, but a spin from Aloda almost got him, but it was S4 to get the last hit in. Now they move over to We Just Sick. 24-18 on the board. Alliance, this is just a brawler game, man.
Yeah, S4 is carrying Alliance really hard. That game he's playing out of his mind. Like, awesome plays, awesome micro. The Bristleback is not doing anything in the fight. He's just being cyclone the whole fight. And the Weaver doesn't have enough items to be really to cause trouble to Alliance yet. It might happen, but the thing is that Alliance is catching up very, very strongly. Like, Aki almost has Aghanim, Loda now has Yasha, Manta Style if he wants to go for it. I don't want to you know, be wrong, but I think it removes the Quill Spray stacks, and it should obviously remove Skyra's Silence, so Manta Side is definitely a good item to get for Loda that game. I hope he goes for it, unless he wants to just get a BKB now, which is also fine. Anyway, this game, what's very different is that the Skyras isn't able to silence the Brewmaster, because S4 is very fast at popping his ultimate, or he just waits the right time, but he always gets his ultimate right in those fights, and Loda wasn't able to do that last game. Obviously he had a way, like the game was way harder for him as he had no dagger, and that's the game-changing factor. Yep, I don't know how PR wants to adapt to that, because the straight pushing into Alliance won't work anymore, that's for sure. They lost many fights, and now they can't really go in like this against that Brewmaster plus Prophet that now has Dagger plus Necro 3, so he's gonna be looking to split push really hard against PR, and they have nothing to catch. The big difference between this game and the other one is that in that one, Alliance played better at split pushing and only taking fights, you know, getting the best of the time usage they had, and also PR has nothing to initiate, no long range initiation such as a Fisher or something like this, so the game is very different. PR are wasting a lot of time in front of Alliance's tower, and it hurt them a lot. That Bristleback wants to go for a pipe, I'm not sure I agree with that.
PR's got to kill on top lane. They're using Moonlight Chance to initiate on EGM, and they are going to nuke him down as quickly as they possibly could.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal though for Alliance, it's just the support that dies. I mean, he has his core staff already, he bought the wards. He probably lost like, what, 50 gold or something. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. And so it's always good to get kills, but they need more than this if they want to come back at that point.
Well, they may try and force it. Admiral Bulldog's now up on the top lane. He'll evade the arrow to start with. And now FNG comes up to try and fight. And Admiral Bulldog sums up his units. And he's looking to try and fight this one, but this is not going to end well. Because the Bugsim, the Skyrath Mage only hits perfectly. And that's a little bit more of a bigger deal.
That was really weird. Like, he saw the arrow and he had the ready. I think it was baiting. It was probably the call from whoever makes the call in their team, but yeah. End up staying 1 second extra.
S4's coming out with this too, like...
He has no mana actually. S4 doesn't know that.
Skyrath is also really, really low on mana, but now the Necro units are coming out. They seal him up to start with. They need more help than this, however, and they need the arrow to connect. Yep, with Arcade coming in close, they just TP out. They realize the problem. There's no stuns here to stop them, so they just get out.
Good TPs. Good TPs, yeah, that's the problem with Alliance's lineup. They have only 2 disable in the whole lineup. Like, obviously when Brew isn't in the split form, but they have only the ultimate from Loda and the lift from EGM. They have nothing else right now, so they can always TP out, yeah. He's going for Deso over BKB, which is actually fine. I know I called the BKB, but since it's always Brewmaster that's being lifted up in the air, so Weaver needs damage. He doesn't care about the Brew disables. He's being ignored in the fight, so BKB is obviously the right choice. MKB was also decent, I guess, to burst down the Brewmaster during the disables. But yeah, I guess this was cheaper, so faster way to get some damage, and they definitely need damage now. They're going on Ake once again. They see them. They have Sentry plus Squad, which means they see them on the minimap. So yeah, now they're
that doesn't work anymore.
You don't see anymore on the minimap?
No, there's no minimap. There's no normal vision for sentries now.
All right.
For Smoker to see. For normal vision though, that's what broke it just then. The observer was around the corner. He just came in just close enough to Arcade, hugging the tree line that he got scattered
Radiant's
out.
courier has been killed.
Oh, the Radiant courier died. I don't know where. Okay, well done. They had a ward and he brought this to Weaver.
It was a very good thing that Desolator did reach its target before the end.
Good timing. BKB on S4, yeah. So they're gonna have to deal with the level 3 Prima split, that's for sure. No matter how they play the fight, now it's over. And I don't like the pipe plus mech on the same hero because he's getting cycloned and I don't know. The thing is that then it's like about 7k gold wasted. When he's cycloned, that they can't use those items, so it's a bit of a shame. Alliance is gonna be looking to fight this for sure. They have Necro 3 ready on Bulldog, that's gonna TP in and backstab the supports. It's gonna be a really hard fight.
Sheep is already on a Cheshire Cat, pacing him up as well. And now they're gonna seal off S4, the swivel comes, but just after the ulti from Skyrock has dropped out. And FNG's in a lot of trouble. Underneath the tower, being locked and controlled, while the Bristleback again set up in towards the air. He triggered the pipe off, so there's not as much magical damage being dealt out to him. But at the same time,
top tower is under attack.
Let's just keep on the chase. Telekinesis off cooldown in 5 seconds time, and they just send him up. They hold the Bristleback here.
As you go, for example, they will go safely, right? So they send Bat at bottom and they hide with the supports at the secret shop. Like I think many teams have done that. And the Bat plays aggressive and they go on him and then suddenly disruption into heal and the hero's dead. But I don't think they want to risk this.
Question mark. How the hell did Cheshire Cat get up there?
Oh, I think he TP'd.
No, he hasn't skilled anything.
No, he TP scroll. Or?
Yeah, actually, that would have done it. That would have done it.
I see he has 265 gold, so I think he spent the money for TP scroll. I don't know exactly.
Would you really? Is that ward really?
It's worth it, man, to do that. Get a ward so fast, like they're not even expecting.
Actually, look at the position of it too. It's even in like a more unusual position because normally you see it over here, or you see it down here, or you see it like in this tree, or like smack bang in the camp. But you never consider it's like right here.
I saw this position. I think the Chinese did it, and the Europeans as well. I'm curious. Like they don't know, man. It's like there's no way a Batrider could, they're like, there's no way a Batrider, a Fury comes like that. But still, word is really clutch.
What's going on there?
Chat.
It looks like they're tethering as well to get rid of these tree lines. So it's not Wisp can double stack. So they're actually looking at preparing themselves to stack the Radiant jungle.
The battle
which is
begins.
actually kind of interesting considering you don't really have a great clearance hero.
It's good for the Storm to take the stacks and the Wisp they get XP level.
That means though he's gonna max up like max static remnants if he's gonna try and clean this up. I
don't need it. Because like you will go after his level 6 or the way the lane is pushed, so he has 2 points in Remnant, or depends now, because more Storms they max Overload and Vortex.
Well,
it's a dual lane mid. Storm Wisp. Playing against this dual lane it's pretty strong.
I'm wondering how J4 is going to deal with his bottom lane though. For some reason they just left a Disruptor behind while Alliance is running an aggro tri-lane. And Cheshire Cat is in fact just farming up on the lane, so
this is really good rotation. They were not expecting, but I think Alliance they realized they have a Wisp Storm and they rotated with all the heroes. So now this word Furin placed here is kind of useless because he's 1v1ing the Batrider, right?
Yep.
So
and it's a Batrider who started with a DD rune as well, and they've switched it. So Moon heads north. This Prophet battles up inside the jungle. They run a dual lane in mid, and they basically just sack the Disruptor on the bottom lane. Now, the problem they're going to have is this. Alliance could just creep skip this out.
Radiant's bottom
him, he's
tower
dead.
is under attack.
Wolf's coming down. Look where he is. He actually cut an extra deeper path in there. He's trying to cut his way to safety. He's dead. He's dead. He's got kinetic field available at the moment. He'll throw it up, but EGM's not inside that kinetic field. He's going to get rid of this aggro, which is taken from the tower wherever. But look at that heal bonus damage with the walls and the illusions. That hurts like hell. And Wisp is also not looking too healthy there in the middle lane. Looks like
Radiant's
S4's
bottom
Orb was able
tower
to
is
connect.
under attack.
I don't know. This game started really shaky for PR. I think they got by surprise. They were not expecting Alliance to do what they did now.
Yeah. It's getting worse as well. You notice just then the EGM dragged the Radiant creep wave up. So the Dire creep wave is heading directly into the tier 1 tower at the bottom lane.
They knew one guy's there. Because they saw Slug, right? So the Slug top, the Wisp mid. Yep. Like they were 100% someone is there trying to leech XP. So they went for the kill and got it. Easy game. Easy kill.
We're gonna keep pushing it too, man. That bottom tower's at half of its life points and we're only 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. When your support heroes aren't even the pushers. Like you got SD as well as Dazzle. Like they keep heroes alive. You wanna think of like the wolves from Lycan as pushers? Not in the early stages or the current version. It just doesn't exist. But they bring Cheshire Cat now down south, but he's like, I suppose in a way, like the range damage from both of them is going to be nice to keep the creep wave at bay. But they don't have much to work with. Like the trees just get mopped up very, very quickly.
It's level 2 only, but doesn't. I don't know what to say about this rotation from Furin. If they want to go for a kill, they will go. But if they don't, like, they only just farm up.
Or a lot of camp. He goes an Admiral Bulldog. Admiral Bulldog has to go into Firefly, but now Moon. Oh, he's got Dark Pact available.
He has 10. Yeah, but he has 10 charges and Magic Stick. I think he's fine.
Yeah, but Admiral Bulldog doesn't have that kind of stuff. Like Bulldog needs more to stay alive in this top lane. I'm almost wondering if it's worthwhile switching up the lanes right now here from Alliance. Once they take the bottom tower, like let Admiral Bulldog go somewhere else.
Look at the Fury, man. He immediately TP'd home. No mana. Now he bought some branches in a TP scroll, so he's not farming at all. I don't know. They're getting steamrolled right now, and the mid lane is like the puck is farming like against this tool. Look at him. It's only 7 CS difference. It's not a big deal.
Top tower
not when you also have like that Wisp doing a lot of harassment. Like I just saw. Like S4 have to just orb himself back into the safety zone tower, and if he gets a rune on bottom lane now, it doesn't really matter then at all what PowerRangers have done to him.
They wanna kill the Furin. They wanna rotate on the Furin. I think he's dead if he gets disrupted.
RK's here. There's disruption. They get around him. The tree's coming in, but it's actually like okay, that's Cheshire Cat trying to TP out, but it won't work. Between the burst heal of RK, as well as just the basic attack damage of SD, when you got it in combination with the catcher of SD.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Little to no way surviving that, and Lycan could just pop off power too, so there's bonus damage coming in at a moment's notice.
They're doing whatever they
Alliance is just perfect.
Yeah, and not only the lineup, the decision they made. Okay, they're going mid on this, but he has Orb.
Yeah, Orb away. You already got the silence. Yeah, probably better catch him out, but look who's coming up from mid. Like Arcane EGM are now running up here, and you've got they're healing up. The bottom's over and we're just sick, and they can just go for, they're gonna go for Cheshire Cat. They pull him out, the crew wave's gonna remain in. Look at the damage! It's a level 2 heal. FNG comes in to try and do something about this, but okay, Vortex back in again. EGM doesn't have another disruption available, but he's just trying to battle up against FNG. He's gonna go down here, Salva EGM. The tree is too far away, and FNG on 18 life points. The catcher is still on him, but he will not die, and Puck will come back, but it's already too late. T1 town bottom lane. Attempted denial by J4 and instantly TB's out to safety.
I don't know why he's TBing. He saw him mid.
It's because he saw the attack. He's basically 1 hit away from death.
Okay. Mid could have gone 3-0 for PR, but they split it. They separated. If you realize, after they killed the puck, they panicked when they saw SP coming. Because if they would have gathered up and walked together, I don't think the Fury would have died. Or maybe he would have died, but they would have got both kills. So now they get only the Dazzle kill.
Man, overall advantage is now over 3,000 gold to Alliance in just 6 minutes. The experience is approaching 2k.
Okay, they're going in.
Yeah, they're in. But FNG, we just took it here. EGM, defensive disruption. Yeah, and then the heal coming out from Alliance. So he can fight a little bit longer here, but it's Whisper for the SD, Shallow Grave on the S4. He doesn't have an orb available. He jaunts back with it, however. One more attack, actually the poison's going to kill him.
Storm is dead, yeah.
Yep, the 2 points of poison take him out. Even though SD is dead, he's still actually Dazzle, who's the one that gets to claim the kill on the Storm Spirit. Dazzle's also walking around with like 11 magic wand charges, a haste stream for S4, and Loda continues to push bottom lane with Vladimir.
Farming.
This is Roshan now. Like they're going to take out the tier 1 tower middle lane, and then Alliance have like perfect access into Roshan.
And you what?
I don't think they want to go now. I think they do it. I don't think they can though.
I don't see why, man. Like you got Arcade with
level 4.
Arcade's got heal. With Arcade with his heal and Arcane boots, like they can just keep spamming out.
That's true. But they want to go bottom.
And they got J4. Glimpse will drag Loda a long way away, but Loda's already done the damage required. And the orb gets away too.
He's farming the stacks.
This was like question mark, like if it is enough.
Dire's middle tower is
I suppose
under
with
attack.
we just sick pumping in mana and life points, it is actually enough to take out like was that a triple or a quad stack? It was a lot.
It's a lot of farm. I don't think it will change anything. Just his point of view.
Alliance in a trap on the bottom. Dream
Radiant's
Call is up.
bottom
They're waiting for
tower
just
is
one
under
person
attack.
TP and S4's like, screw this, man. J4 is the one who was the closest to them all. This is now going to be the tier 2 tower lost in the bottom lane. They're rotating heroes around though. Wisp as well as
Radiant's
Storm
bottom
Spirit.
tower has
They're dealing
fallen.
with the stack still at the moment.
If they find him, they might die. But
Dire's
they don't
middle
find him.
tower is
Meanwhile,
under
Furion's
attack.
trying to get some split push, but he's so slow. Because the Batman is stacking, getting his blink after this double stack. And they got Medallion now, so they will go Roche. Because I think it takes too much without the Medallion to go Roche, unless you get a DD on the Lycan.
Like yeah, Slotus Medallion.
It's totally Alliance control, 100%. The thing they did was, it was not perfect, because they gave up some kills, but it was
Dire's top tower
almost
is under
perfect.
attack.
Now they're going Roche, 2 hero. Showing off on the other lanes.
It looks like Storm Spirit's already TPing into middle lane. Like that Observer would have watched it, and now with a tree coming in too, like they'll 100% know the Roshan's being done. The
But they
question
can't
is,
do anything.
or can they? Like, okay, you're right. Wiz doesn't have relocate. If he had that, then I might have been a little bit more different about this.
They wanna go. I think they wanna try to still snatch the Aegis. I don't think they can do anything.
It's gonna be rough when like S Disruption's already gonna screw with them.
Fury is level 4. Okay, they're going.
Okay, the Storm. He's on the cliff. He's on the cliff, but Bat right. It's like, all right, well, I can transcend the heights as well, and then the cancel heal.
Roshan has
There's
fallen to the
there's
dark.
the Aegis Immortal coming up, and they also got the Dream Call over onto the Wisp. Flyers not only do they get Roshan, they get 2 kills as well.
And they don't even have the... Slark needs to go there, right? Because he needs to
Dire's
Shadow
top
Dance, so
tower is
they can...
under attack.
But like, why would you go there without the Slark, or without... The Fury is level 4, he doesn't even have ulti. The Disruptor was not there as well, maybe he could have got a good static storm, right?
Yeah. If they were going to
Radiant's
contest that, it
middle
needed to be as the
tower
full
is under
squad.
attack.
Yeah,
It was just that simple.
Radiant structures are
Slark and
fortified.
okay, they might go... They want to go mid the smoke.
Yeah, Storm's gonna jump up. He's near EGM. EGM's gonna eventually disrupt himself though. If he can get out of this one, Arcade, nice balance, but the defensive disruption's still there. Like, Arcade can't do anything to help out his teammate at the moment just because of the Storm. And now with the heal and the Shallow Grave, EGM surviving through this. And Storm Spirit, he's got basically no mana left at all. And the poison sacks on all of them. FNG's gonna die. He's napalmed and poisoned. A little bit deeper up, you got Moon. He's just trying to solo Arcade. You'll just ram around the tower. Find one charges, evades the pounce as well. SD did go down at the end of all of this, but I'm just watching Arcade solo kill the Slark under his tower with the heal from the creep wave. Cab Flame Break interrupts the TP. He can't TP for 25 seconds. He was going for just a sprout create, but there's Firefly from Admiral Bulldog. S4 with a howl damage too, throws out the damage, and it's a double kill. 13-4. Power Rangers just got wiped so badly in the last 2 engagements.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's indeed... like the Slug, did you saw how he just exploded from the heal? It's a really clutch body block with the twins, but no use. Furin is not 6. Okay, he will get level 6 now, man. The situation is so
Radiant's
problematic.
middle tower is under attack.
As Aegis now, he can go ham on anything.
Radiant's
Never
middle
really
tower
thought, like,
has
after all that
fallen.
talking about, like, about Nature's Prophet and how he's like such a great maneuverable hero and all this kind of jazz. He's such a pain to play against. We hit 11 minutes in. Well, Nature's Prophet hits level 6.
Yeah, every game differs to another game, right? So.
Yeah, that's true, man. I still love the fact that like RK is leading the kill count.
I want to go top.
As they can, man. Like you got a level 8 dazzle.
Silence, he's dead.
Where is it? There it is.
Silence.
Oh, he might have been considering a relocate out of here. Disruptor Old is actually doing some really good work up against S4, but S4 he gets out of range of it, and Arcade throwing him the heals over. They get 3 for nothing. The TP comes in from Slide, cancel the GM, but Shallow Grave, man, Arcade, MVP. MVP. If he heals right now, okay, he's looking for him. The body block, and last 2, they got Moon. Gets the kill, they're back up again. Cheshire Cat, FC Defensive Disruption, they got 5 for 0. Players are playing this perfectly. PA, PR, they just tap out. It's 3 fights that went horrendously worse than wrong. It's a 12-minute GG call in favor of Alliance, making him 3rd place victors here in the D2CL Season 3.
Was fast.
Yeah!
Not expecting that fast this to end, man.
Oh man, I was thinking like in game 2, it was like game 2 kind of dragged out a little bit longer, and I said they're going, man, like you gotta look and say like when this game is over. And like game number 3 came and we thought, okay, well that's under 20-minute GG call again. We're okay, things are looking a little bit better.
Ping, and now I have 100.
Well, hopefully the server settles itself down. We get Observer Ward blocking up the easy pull spot.
Oh,
and it looks like PR is going to go for a full aggro try here.
Sorry for interrupting, but you are actually right. It's a void mid, man.
Yeah, now this is the new thing. This is the new thing. So they run Faceless Void on off lane or mid lane. Like the safe lane Void just seems to go out the window. It's where you basically get really you run like this extra 3 core lineup. Now, VS is searching for an extra stun. EGM, the stun will go, which means the arrow can connect. And then with the guts as well, Stormbolt will catch out in 2, but EGM, it's only the Mirana that's able to do some extra damage. VS, can you attack Mirana? That's not enough. The South pops off, which means now Mirana overextends. RK enjoying the extra 2 intelligence, keeps the damage coming in. We just sick Gush. EGM, whoa, no EGM. Yep. Go down after diving in pretty damn deep there. And then VS stun returns into RK. He just threw out his entire mana pool. I think we just sick. No, he's not going back to base. He just pops the clarity.
Yeah. Well, was watching mid when this engage happened. EGM shouldn't have came back and died there. There was no need to die because this died. Killing they got the first blood, so I guess it's fine.
As long as he was also giving like regeneration to Loader. Like if he was coming in with like stick charges or something like that, then maybe it would have been worth it. But then he probably would have survived as well.
Yes, yeah.
We just looking for another initiation. They need 1 more of these creeps to go down. Either that or like, because they're running J4 as the core here now. Like FNG is holding back. He doesn't have mana for a gush.
It's a support bottom because if you see like the Titan didn't bought anything. So, but they transitioned the bottom into like if the game goes past 20 minutes, the bottom will start getting farmed and the Venge will be the one buying everything.
He's in trouble. 4 napalm stacks. He's tanking up the tower here, however, but Admiral Bulldog, 65 life points, it's enough. 6 life points he actually escapes on, but he gets a solo kill on the ET now.
ET is getting crushed, man. Look at the CS score as well. I don't think you should have. I don't think you get that rate. I mean, you lose. No. You do fine. Shouldn't died anyway. Like the stake in
Top about to fight. We just 6 coming in for the VS stun. He's gonna look at EGM again. The gut's already gone with the anchor smash. Just right click damage. The arrow connects into Loader. But it's a very short duration stun. Let's go this down again.
This is why this Ven is like people say. I can agree. He's mana pool. He can spam his stun, man. Like he can't help them except the armor thing. And if he needs to use the stun, he will use it. But on the other side, the bottom is keep throwing arrows, gushes, and then the tide gushes, and anchor smash. This is how PR plays. Every time, every game, they go aggro try, or they pick Fury and offlane. Or if they don't have Fury, they go aggro try, and they have this solid game plan.
Well, they had both in game number 1. They didn't get both in the last game though.
Okay.
They lost Nature's Prophet because Alliance picked it up as 2nd pick.
And then they ban it. Yeah, now they ban it, I think.
for now too, like Admiral Bulldog, I just wish Cheshire Cat the best of luck, as like the levels are starting to get higher and higher on this Bat Rider. But he's running bottle, he's got a stick as well. It's difficult for ET to spam anything out against him.
This is problematic, because the Bat Rider will snowball if he keeps going like this.
We're just gonna be really careful about going up against S4. Relying on backtrack all the time is nice, but he just got hit by the torrent as well as the Tidebringer, and didn't backtrack a single one of these. And with S4 already having a regeneration rune in its bottle.
And he has 3 points in backtrack. It's not 1 point, you know, it's 3 points there, 3 points and he's not backtracking.
Kind of funny that though, like, because the builds I've been seeing for the mid phases void has been high backtracks. You look at higher points up in the time walk, as well as
so
the time
can
lock.
harass, exactly.
Yep, and then just hope the 10% chance kicks in. Like going up by an extra 5% each time doesn't really seem to be worth it. Backtracks that torrent at least.
It's, well, the void has decent farm, but like, it doesn't matter. Even if he's not farming that good, when he gets 6, I think he should try to gank or on the top lane, or because this hero is, you can even utility mode him like Universe plays it in the beginning, offlane. So.
What you said, like you want to get like mech over on this?
No. I mean, I meant to be useful to the team, because some players they just farm, but some players they just get 6 TP immediately, like even Eternal Envy. He TPs immediately to a lane, get a kill.
And this VS really needs to get in range for a stun. Either that or J4 has to start guessing with the arrows. Like even if he's going to come into this little area here and just start throwing it over the tree line. It's like they keep trying to get Ouija Stick in range, but that VS Magic Missile stun range is so minimal. It's so low.
Nah.
Like the chance of you actually catching Alliance at a position where that is negligible.
Yeah, they are putting a lot of pressure on the Alliance with this aggro try. As we look, there are no stacks because the supports can't afford to leave the lane. Most of the games when you Alliance plays Sven Wisp, they try to stack, but when you go aggro with this,
I think that's okay though, because like Admiral Bulldog doesn't want to leave the bottom lane. I can imagine like if Sven had to leave the lane, what are you gonna leave RK behind to try and survive up against a tied Mirana VS? It's not really gonna happen.
Yeah, he has good farm. He has power treads. He rushed the power treads. But I meant the stacks for the Sven, you know.
There's the Stormbolt. EGN tethered himself in. The arrow this time will be evaded. But there's a lot of silence. That curse of silence going to work there from RK. They move over to Ouija Stick. Loda trying to stick with him with the anchor smash and now gush into him. Loda's in a lot of trouble. The charges from the stick, it's not going to be enough. He turns for the bolt. Maybe it will be enough. FNG goes down. RK moves into Ouija Stick and the torrent ship's on the way in from S4. In case they were coming up, they lose this Sven. And J4, well, they can't bring it back yet. Oh! That last attack was like just on the edge of like the Mirana cat. It didn't connect though, so she'll survive.
Was a good exchange, I think. Actually, not really.
Well, they lost the Sven, but it ended up being a 2-for-1 in favor of Alliance.
Revenge and Tide died, yeah. Well...
Which is okay. And the fact, like, maybe the only downside is the fact that Kunk had to rotate out.
Yeah, Sven is rotating bottom. He wants to kill something.
Oh, they can reach him. Like, with the Firefly, Lasso, drag him back. You can hold the Stormbolt off for a moment, now he can throw it out. Yeah, easy goal, easy money. You are Russian.
Radiant's
I just know some
tower
words.
is under
Not
attack.
Romanian.
Oh, no.
See, I still like, I'm very cautious about Romanians. It's like the first one I ever met was Come With Me.
Or
the Come With Me factor.
Yeah, and like that sticks in your mind for a while. And then I met Trance. And I think I was thinking about like something like, there was some kind of like Jimmy Carr joke about, yeah, Loda's in trouble. ET Split's gonna drag him back. He's got support coming in from the Conker. He evades the arrow into the tree lines. What's he waiting for? He's into the trees trying to cut deeper, but he's gonna go down. 3 heroes from PowerRangers to make sure that lane stops where it is.
You overstayed his welcome there, man.
Trance, like the first time I met him, like there was some Jimmy Carr joke about like gypsies, and all of a sudden there was just like hatred.
Well, Romanians are different from gypsies. They are 2 different species.
Yes, I know. That's where the hatred came, and I spent like a long time listening to the fact of why they are different.
Yeah. We see Kunkka skip the X.
We just stick a Seb. Like if RK walks around this corner, he's not looking. He can't see him. Yep, Stormbolt will come out to the side of the VS. Like okay, there's global stance as well, so VS can't do anything. There's no Ravage available. The TP support's coming back in again, but they know where We Just Sick is running, but RK has no mana for this. But what they do have is S4. Mr. Hastrune runs in there. VS will throw the stun out, but it bought enough time for Loda to come in range for his stun. We actually now have a support silencer. Is that ET dying? Yeah, it is. Kills over the tower. Admiral Bulldog can just TP. Evades the arrow, and he can just TP out to safety. Yeah, but look at the silencer, man. We're 9 minutes in, and this silencer's already stolen 10 points of intelligence from the enemy.
Look at his gold as well.
Yeah. Is he looking for what? Blink Dagger? Or is he thinking about just getting him? He can buy the next for the team.
I think he might go earn
Radiant's
or...
top tower
You
is
go
under
earn?
attack.
I saw EGM going... Oh, it's Aki. I think he might go earn, man. I'm not sure
I'm thinking mech, just because the earn will probably be picked up by the Wisp.
Mech is fine as well.
So I'd go with the mech if I was him. But he might also be considering something like Arcane Boots, if he wants to get that greedy. But he's sitting there with 1800. He just spent money. It's a point
going
booster.
X. Yeah.
It's a rush to Ags.
Well, he has the money though. Like he's starting with 1.7k gold. It's worth it to get a point booster.
Now Loda. Man, he was thinking about that. Okay, now he will. He was thinking about the Stormbolt, and then wasn't 100% sure he really wanted to.
Well, situation is kind of problematic for PR. The Void is not farming that great. The ET is like he's a non-factor. He died 3 times. They need to do something. They need to use that Ravage. They have Ravage for like 4 minutes and they didn't use it. Well, Tide died and now okay, they're going for a Potamov. I'll go top.
Yeah, they're gonna reach him too. EGM's still in the neighborhood though, but he doesn't have level 6, so he can't really get him out. They just focus EGM. With the Spirit down, with the Anchor Smash and Gush, EGM was never really going to survive that one. But Loda, man, he just runs back a little bit further, but he's now got an Ogre Club coming out to him, so he's got a lot of strength to fight. He just needs the help. Like, Admiral Bulldog's got a Blink Dagger available, so if he TP's top, maybe he can do something, but at the same time, you really want to TP underneath the front of the Ravage and an ET Splitter.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Maybe with Loda back to the front lines, he should be able to. And S4's also moving north too. So they're getting ready to fight PR.
They want to defend. Yes, they want to defend. They're going as well.
Stormbolt though, gonna slow him down. Loda, he's gonna lose his life. Magic 1 charges, in comes the ship and the torrent. It's actually gonna connect the Ravage, however, Loda, he's on 66 life points. We Just Sick, he can't finish the job. Admiral Bulldog, there's your gush onto him. The global silence made it very, very difficult for anyone to follow up, but they're gonna try and go for Cheshire Cat. The Tidehunter should be able to get himself away to safety here. X marks spots, making sure he's going nowhere. And now Void jumped in for the Chrono. Looking at Admiral Bulldog, he gets the last two though. He's backtracking a little bit of the damage, and now in comes EGM. Moon, backtrack, now he goes for the Chrono. Finally gets it off. Arrow into Bulldog. Only 2 seconds on that stun, but the Torrent from S4 buying him the space. Brings down Moon. The last attack from the Arrow from J4. Able to connect as well. And J4 leaves himself away. S4, X marks spot. Torrent's available as well, waiting it out. The Torrent will connect into the Tidebringer, and Admiral Bulldog. Flame Break just bouncing him back up. He knows how low he is, that's why he has to get some distance here, but S4 sticking with the movement, and they'll load up. He gets the Stormbolt out, and they actually get themselves the final heroes on the top. The Batrider did, however, die in the corner, which isn't really the greatest thing for Alliance.
He blinked into the arrow, I think.
Wait, what? Did he?
Yeah, I think he wanted to blink for the PS and the bottom arrow there. I don't know. I don't know if bottom predicted that blink.
I'm watching it again on my side screen right now to see what happens to the Batrider. Because I don't know if my eyes just missed it. Where'd he go? Yeah, he blinked down. You're actually 100% right, he blinked down.
It's like old school Holy Hexo movies, man. You arrow and then the hero blinks into the arrow. That's so cool.
You gotta take it for the cause, man.
Yes.
S4 gets really lucky again. He's got another regeneration rune.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But he's gonna have to come in and try and defend up this middle lane. Like, Moon's on his way here.
Oh, they're pinging the jungle. They have some stacks there. S4 pinged it. I think they want to clear those stacks with Sven or Bet.
I think if Batrider really needs...
Well, they're going mid, they're going mid.
Yeah, they're going for Moon. He's trying to time the time walk out. Unfortunately for him, oh, there it is. He actually got it. At the very last moment, that blade was swinging for him.
He was keep cancelling the spell.
Yep.
Now.
It is going to be Batrider. Actually, I was wondering, like, is it better to get the farm onto S4? Because Batrider's already giving what he needs to at the very, very start. Like, it's a blink lasso. He doesn't have a 4-star, sure. But
He needs the 4-step because Bedwetter becomes much more stronger with the 4-step as well.
I'm just thinking S4 needs more money, needs more farms.
I think he's
to get
fine. I
damage.
think it's fine. It's fine. Like he'll get his Shadow Blade at some point, only from the kills and rotations.
It's just if it's enough. Like, I know Loader's going to bring a large portion of damage once he triggers his God Strength and gets like high levels in that as well. I'm just thinking, how the hell do they get through this Tidehunter as we get later into the game?
I don't know. They wanna
Moonlight Shadow. the Radiant Creep Wave is being dragged down. I don't know if this was the original plan of Alliance, but they worked wonders. ET, well, there's no army of trees behind them. Admiral Bulldog is here, Firefly, Moon jumps in. They're going to go for Loader, and she managed to catch S4 in the middle of this. So Loader dies underneath his own tier 1 tower. The global silence, there was no Ravage Form, and now it's going to come in right over the top of FNG. He'll crush into Moon as well, and S4 look for a swing. The pack tracking damage of Moon's really helping him out here. And we've already got Arcade coming back. He actually gets himself a nice little Curse of the Silent over on 3 heroes with the Tidebringer swing off. Cheshire Cat's running away from Admiral Bulldog at the same time. So we've actually got this like little bit of a split off. We just 6 dives on the side. Admiral Bulldog keeps going on Cheshire Cat. 4 napalm, 5 napalm sacks. Flame Break bumping into Moon. The arrow actually being dodged up here, but Cheshire Cat's going to go down. Arcade's right, hot in your tail, and there's your Curse to start. That X-Mark spot's going to drag back the Faceless Void, so there's no escape mechanism for him anymore. That's a double kill for S4.
Set sail.
What a player.
I thought that was going to go badly for Alliance once Loader got caught in the middle of that Chrono,
Radiant's
but
top
they
tower
split
is
up
under
Power
attack.
Rangers during that fight. S4 survived the entire
Radiant
thing.
structures
Yeah,
are
he
fortified.
used all his spells. The Bedwetter was behind, spamming his sticky napalm. You can't fight against sticky napalm, man. It's hard. He couldn't hit 2 ulti, but the ulti didn't hit anyone.
Radiant's
So
top tower is under
like,
attack.
they have superior teamfight at the moment because
Radiant's top tower has
that is,
fallen.
the ravages he hits, they're not effective. Like they're not efficient. They don't get anything after he used the ravage. Okay, AK might be in problems.
It's also kind of like, VS can't reach you for a swap, it's only level 1. He's only a level 6 Vengeful Spirit, man. he's 2 full levels behind that of EGM. Who did actually end up getting the urn.
He's so fat on the silencer, man. Look at his items, and he has another eggs item like Alacrity or Staff of Wizard.
600 gold, he's got the whole shebang.
No.
And look at Loader, Mr. Ancient farming. He stacked this himself, however. It shows how much he wants to use God Strength during a team fight. It's like, screw it. Is he actually going to go for like Mask of Madness here? Before finishing the BKB?
I think he will finish the BKB. He needs the
Dire's top
BKB, I
tower
think,
is under
but
attack.
at the same time, because if he BKBs and then he gets Chrono, like he won't die, right?
Yeah.
He's not doesn't have a BKB and he gets Chrono, like the situation is problematic then. But they have silent. I think he will go. I saw him going BKB and then finishing the Mask of Man, just a casual morbid mask for the stacks, I think, at the moment.
Okay. I can go with that either way.
We'll just have to see. He can buy it right now. He has 1k gold, right? No, he's
Yeah.
not buying it. No, he's not buying.
He might also save for buyback too, because that's another thing.
Yeah, that's true as well.
We're only 16 minutes in. There's no reason for Alliance to take a risk. We have, at this point, the 4 highest net worth positions. Silencer sitting in the
Dire's
4th
middle
position
tower
above that.
is under
Silencer
attack.
and the Faceless Void, and the ET and the Marauder.
Sykes.
Well, yeah, 5-second arrow on S4. Instantly into Firefly. The ET split is looking to get a follow-up hit, but S4 is a long way out here. Now the global silence will go too, so there's no
They're going to
lead into
relocate.
a Chrono. And you're right, relocate him. The Stormbot will fly. The Moon is protected right now. It's a Moonlight Shadow trying to help him out. FNG got a good ultimate off, but unfortunately for him, Loader comes out fighting. Admiral Bulldog makes drag back the Faceless Void. The Firefly though has also worn off, and Loader, he's not quite sure who to finish. Admiral Bulldog still being stunned up, being time locked up, while FNG swaps back down again, out of range of the silence. The Torrent's on the way in. Both we just think as well as FNG and Phase and Loader. One swing is all he needs right now. That he'll use the Wisp Balls to get the kill anyway. Cheshire Cat sticks around Loader. Stormbolt's available, throws it out, and they come in for Cheshire Cat. EGM slows him up with the tether slow. Moon's still here. He's got Chrono available and 2 heroes to go on. And he got silence. He's dead. What? The attack from
Radiant's
Wisp went on him. He
middle
never threw the
tower is
Chrono
under
out.
Oh, I don't know what he wanted to do there. I don't know why he was waiting there.
I think he wanted just to like get a leap slow to slow down the Wisp chase and not have to waste his Chrono. He hoped like Wisp would be low enough to get it. Either way, they lose a
Radiant's
tier 1
middle
town, they lose the
tower has
Faceless
fallen.
Void. just given over, like, okay, Shadowblade for S4.
Radiant's bottom tower
BKB
is under
money is
attack.
almost there for Sven as well. He's 600 gold away.
18 minutes Axe support silencer, but he didn't buy anything. Oh, he got the kills, he has 45 CS, man.
But it really doesn't matter, like, if he's got anything else, because Silencer sits in the back lines and ulti goes off. It's like, hey, we won the fight.
Radiant's bottom tower
yeah.
is under attack.
What's Tidehunter meant to do? This guy keeps throwing Ravagers, but it's not at the time when he wants to, because the Silencer keeps throwing with him.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, the Ravages, they're not accomplishing anything.
Hold on. He got Cheshire Cat. Unfortunately for him, face the Void's here, but then Chrono will go. EGM, he's dead. Wait, what? Can Void not reach him? Torrent? Okay, and the ship. Void loses his life for the price of a Wisp. Now, this does strand Loader here, but look at him. He moves towards the wall, so Admiral not blinks up to get the vision, so the Chaos, the Stormbolt can fly out. Now, S4, again, we're going for the Torrent with the X-Master spot onto two of them, and we just sick. Well, Batrider's coming back in to play part of this one. And Silence again. It's not the Global, actually. The Global is still available here for Silence, but they don't even need it. Man, this game is over. That's another game. This is game number 1 was a 20-minute GG to PR. This game number 3 is now a 20-minute GG to Alliance.
Victory.
Welcome to the change-up, man. Alliance. I really thought, like, starting up game number 1, and Matt said to himself, he's like, man, maybe Alliance were just asleep. Well, the dragon has been awoken, man.
I don't know what to say, man.
You know what to say?
The Batrider did so much work as well, and they always got the right exchanges on the Trylin versus Trylin, and the Conca rotated really well.